What started as a tit-for-tat tariff battle has now evolved into something much bigger, much more strategic. And guess what? The game is far from over. Trump's trade war? It's not just about tariffs anymore. It's a full-blown economic chess match, and all eyes are on China. From tech supremacy to reshoring jobs and rattling the global order, this trade war is shifting gears and the U.S. might just be winning. This is no longer about trade. It's about dominance, leverage, and securing the future. Buckle up because Trump's trade war is now laser-focused on China, and the implications are huge. Before we dive in, kindly take a second to hit the like button. It really helps to support and to grow my channel and keeps us bringing you the latest market insights. Thank you. Trump's trade war? It's no longer about the world. It's about one country. And that country is China. In a major move over the last 24 hours, Trump hit pause on his broader tariff plans, but he made one thing crystal clear. China's not off the hook. While other countries got a temporary breather, China just got hit with the full weight of America's trade pressure. Originally, reports pegged it at 125%, but now we know that was just part of the picture. Here's how it breaks down. Trump signed an executive order to officially raise the so-called reciprocal tariff rate to 125%, essentially telling China, "You tax us, we'll tax you back even harder." But that's not all. Two earlier 20% penalties, one over China's role in the fentanyl crisis, and another tied to its involvement in illegal migration routes, are still in place. Chinese goods are now far less competitive in the U.S. That opens the door for American businesses and allies to step in. This is classic Trump, strategic, tough, and unapologetically America first. He's using economic muscle to drive geopolitical change. And make no mistake, this isn't just about trade deficits. It's about national security, industrial strength, and reclaiming control of critical supply chains. So where do we go from here? Will China retaliate? Will global supply chains shift? One thing's for sure, the U.S. is playing hardball, and this round looks a lot more focused. Trump's trade war just became a direct challenge to China's economic model. And if these moves hold, we could be looking at a massive shift in the balance of global trade. At first, the media only picked up part of the story. Reports circled a 125% tariff rate and markets moved fast, but the full picture? Even more aggressive. It took sharp eyes and follow-up confirmation from the White House to finally clear it up. China is facing a full-blown 145% tariff wall. Here's where it gets even more interesting. While nearly every other country around the world is now dealing with a new 10% base tariff, China stands alone with rates over 14 times higher. This isn't random. This is targeted strategy. Earlier trade actions under Trump focused on nearby partners like Canada, Mexico, and the EU. But now, all attention is on one player, China. The White House has turned its lens squarely on the world's second-largest economy, with Trump making it clear, this is the main event. Trump didn't mince words. In a fiery message this week, he laid it out plain and simple. China, that's the big one. And his top team is echoing the same message. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent backed him up, calling China the biggest source of America's trade problems. They didn't back down. In fact, they doubled down. So what does this mean for America? It means a potential boom for domestic producers. It means stronger leverage on the global stage. And it means the U.S. is no longer playing defense, we're taking control. This trade war isn't just about numbers. It's about vision, strength, and leadership. Trump is making it clear. If China wants to challenge the U.S., they're going to have to fight through a wall of tariffs first. Remember when Trump talked about slapping a 10% blanket tariff on the world and going even harder on China with 60%? Well, fast forward to today, and he didn't just keep that promise. He blew it out of the water. That's more than double what he originally pledged. This isn't just a campaign line anymore, it's action. But tariffs aren't the only weapon in Trump's trade playbook. There's also the strategy of alliance building, and it's laser-focused on China's neighborhood. While Beijing faces rising pressure, the U.S. is bringing in key players from the region's South Korea, Japan, India, Vietnam, for early talks and priority deals. It's clear, Washington is building a united front to push back against Chinese influence. And then came the curveball. On Wednesday, Trump shocked the markets by announcing a 90-day pause on new tariffs for every country except China. Why? Because in his own words, the rest of the world was getting yippy, scared, uncertain. But Trump? Unbothered, focused. The market responded with a historic 9.5% surge, the biggest rally since 2008. A bold move, a confident move, a clear signal of strength. But China wasn't getting the same grace. Trump raised the rate specifically on Beijing, saying the decision came down to one thing: a lack of respect. That's right, this is more than dollars and cents. It's about dignity, fairness, and standing up to a nation that has taken advantage of U.S. trade for far too long. This isn't just a skirmish. It's a full-on reset. The U.S. isn't just reacting anymore. We're leading. If you're enjoying and finding this helpful, please take a moment to like this video and share it with your friends. Your support helps my channel grow. Trump's strategy is bold, disruptive, and unapologetically pro-America. And for the first time in decades, the world is adjusting to our terms, not the other way around. This week, historic. We're talking about the most dramatic shifts in trade policy the U.S. has seen in years, maybe decades. Trump's moves have shaken up the global market, but he's just getting started. And here's what's flying under the radar. Even more goods from China are about to get hit with even higher rates. Why? Because a whole list of sector-specific tariffs, first launched by Trump in his original term, are still active. Those penalties were kept during the Biden administration and in some cases even expanded. Now, with Trump back at the helm, those sectors are under renewed pressure. The official order dropped this week, and yes, it's full of fire. While a few sectors received slight carve-outs, most were already slated for separate tariff hikes from Trump himself. Bottom line, the bulk of these new tariffs are locked in and they're targeted. Strategic, focused on sectors where China's dominance has long been unchecked. And now the clock is ticking. That 90-day pause? It's official. The countdown ends at 12:01 a.m. on July 9th, 2025. Until then, all eyes are on how China responds or if they respond at all. This isn't just about punishment, it's about positioning. Trump's tariffs are pressure tactics designed to force China to the negotiation table on American terms. Policy insider Terry Haynes said it straight. These moves are meant to bring China to the table, but whether Beijing actually plays ball, that's the big unknown. Over the next 90 days, expect a whirlwind of talks, headlines, and maybe even more bold surprises. Haynes predicts more back and forth, more pressure, and not a lot of movement from China. But if history tells us anything, it's that Trump plays the long game. While the media frets over uncertainty, one thing is clear. Trump's strategy is about putting America first, restoring leverage, and defending U.S. jobs. Whether China comes to the table or not, American industries are already adapting, realigning, and rising to the moment. We're watching a trade transformation unfold in real time. The tariffs are locked in. The deadline is set. The pressure is on. Will China blink, or will the U.S. reshape the global economy for good? Subscribe to stay locked in, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit that like button if you believe in American strength. We are standing at the edge of an economic realignment. What some call a trade war, the smart money sees as a strategic correction, a recalibration of global power, and America is playing offense. Trump's 145% tariff hammer isn't just a headline, it's a line in the sand, a signal that the age of lopsided trade is over and the age of America-first economics is back in full force. We're talking about the revival of American manufacturing, the rise of strategic sectors, the decoupling from Chinese dependencies, and the creation of a new financial frontier for bold investors. Industrials, defense tech and infrastructure, semiconductors and rare earths, domestic energy and clean tech, American supply chain rebuilders. The next 90 days will be a pressure test, not just for China, but for every investor deciding whether to cling to the old world or seize the momentum of the new one. If you're watching this, you're already ahead of the curve. But this is just the beginning. So here's what you do next. Like this video to help more people understand what's really unfolding. Share it with your network because smart strategy wins in uncertain times. And if you want to stay informed, empowered, and ready for the next big play, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe now and turn on the bell. This isn't the end of the story, it's the start of a new American chapter. Let's make it a profitable one. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.